And the three most common things that keep us from holding on to our power. Number one is that we don't remember how powerful we are. Number two is ideas of abusive power. And number three is staying small for other people, knowingly or unknowingly. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are standing your ground in this choppy energy between cycles. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that. I wanted to talk a little bit about one of the things that you can be focusing on between cycles. I know that most of us are focusing on balance and rebalance at this point, rebalancing our energy fields, rebalancing our emotional fields, and rebalancing our inner masculine and feminine energies, getting ourselves back in alignment for the things that we would like to walk forward to. And one of the things that's very important is to take your power back. A lot of times it was a very rough cycle, and a lot of times you spend a lot of time healing stuff, and you don't stay in your power when you're doing that because you spend a lot of time kind of down and out, up and down. And so I wanted to talk about this and how to take your power back, and the three most common things that keep us from holding on to our power. Number one is that we don't remember how powerful we are. Number two is ideas of abusive power. And number three is staying small for other people, knowingly or unknowingly. So let's talk about these one at a time. Number one, to remember how powerful you are, it doesn't mean you have to remember what it's like to live life between life or past lives, or be completely psychic and talk to all your ancestors and this and that. It's an energetic thing. Remembering how powerful you are, remembering the love that you are, that your spirit is. And if I can find it, I will tack the video on. It's a meditation that brings your soul energy into your field, which you should do often. It helps you, remind you how powerful you are. Number two, often there's just this weird feeling, or you have past life memories where you have abused power, or where you were abused because you had power. And so often we have to take a look at that. I know I've had both in past lives. I've had past lives where I was an alchemist, and I used that in a not so positive way. I have past lives. I think a lot of us in the spiritual community remember or have a weird memory of being burned at the stake, whether you were practicing any type of magic or not. Past lives, I have past life memory where I was a rich man, and I abused my power with the money and against women, against state. And power is power, perceived or real. So an exercise you can do for these types of things is to look at them and say, what is it I'm supposed to learn from this? And to let these feelings go, and understand and trust that you will be doing everything in the light now. And if you're watching this channel, I'm totally assuming you're doing everything in the light, but I'm not going to tell you what to do. But often if this is an issue for you, it's because you are sensitive to that and you don't want to do hurtful things. You have to trust yourself, and you have to just figure out what the lesson is and move forward. Number three, we have got to stop thinking that making ourselves small helps anyone. This is a realization that I had to come to myself. And oftentimes the people around you kind of push you to not thrive in this way, whether it's knowingly or not, because you're thriving highlights to them the fact that they are not thriving. This is not a helpful thing, even if it feels like it to them for a minute, even though they don't know what's going on. It's not helpful. It's a better to be an example of, hey, I spent the time getting myself here. I'm here. I'm going to stand in my power. And you know, you don't owe it to anyone to be small. And if you think of it this way, you deserve to thrive just as much as you believe the people you love deserve to thrive. Why not make yourself one of those people? But you should be the first. Once you love yourself first, it just trickles down to everyone else. And so you do see that when people understand things better, they do better, and they don't mean to hold you back. And it is not, it's just one of the tests. If it's the people around you, it's a test. It's a test for you. It's a self-love test, and you should love yourself so that you can properly love them. And loving them does not mean doing worse for yourself. I hope this is helpful. I think I covered the main things that keep us from holding ourselves back from our power, but I want to do an exercise too, because there's actually a fourth way where we do not hold and stand in our power. And this, I don't think is well known. Some people call what I'm going to teach you soul retrieval, which I guess you can look at it that way, because it is pulling your energy back from people, places, things, events where you've left your energy, and it's your energy. And if it's back in your field, you can do better things with it. It doesn't need to be anywhere else. Sometimes when you're involved with people, there is an etheric cord of energy between you and that person, and they can knowingly or unknowingly pull on your energy. And when I teach energy classes, energy healing classes, I kind of show people what that feels like. I always put back more energy than I take, but I just want people to understand what that feels like, because when you're an empath, it often happens to you, and it often happens in doses. So we go into the shower, or you can even imagine you're in the shower, and we close our eyes, and as the water trickles down, we imagine all of these energetic cords coming back to us with all of our energy, only our energy, no one else's energy, all of our energy. Our energy is pure no matter where it was. It comes back to us in love. And as you stand there, you might feel like humming, you might feel like singing, you might see really cool things like a rainbow or energy. Whatever comes to you is fine, just go with it. And when you feel like it's all come back to you, when you feel full of your energy, then you're good. And do it regularly whenever you think of it. I don't mean daily, but maybe monthly or so. Pull your energy back to yourself. And I hope this was helpful. If it was, please like, share, subscribe. I love you all.